Well, we thank everybody for being a part of this bracket reveal today. To my left, we got Austin Chapman. To my right, we got Jahans Menegat. Both of my brothers, two former Creighton alum, and collectively we are very excited for this year's TBT tournament. Amazing to run it back, but even more amazing to do it at home. You know, there's no place like home. Omaha is great, and to have an expedited region here in the city, I think is special for the Omaha community, Blue Jay Nation, and all of those who are just casual basketball fans. Like to definitely thank Omaha Sports Commission for hosting this regional opportunity for us. Also thank all of our sponsors. You guys are definitely great. We couldn't do this without you. And then just for everyone who's going to come and support. You know, we also appreciate TBT for partnering with Omaha for this endeavor. And with all of that being said, before we get into the meat and potatoes, we're going to reveal the bracket.
Let's do it. Watch yourself. Ooh-wee. Can't see the other side. You can call it out for me, Mike.
What do you need?
Mike. I like this.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good money. Cutter gang. That's nice.
Yeah, it is. I was just waiting till they take it in, you know.
So pressure sealed.
Yeah.
Any initial reaction from
Yeah,
you?
so-
Any guesses you had?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely defer to. It's funny to say for me for my players, but you know, teammates. But for me, just first, I think it's awesome just to have a bracket in Omaha. I just think it's a great win. Blue Jay Nation has been amazing all the way to this point as we continue to try to do excellence as a college, and we just to have that nostalgic feeling again and seeing all these teams here. I obviously see we got Team Overtime. You know, I'm aware that they have the two NBA prospect potential draft picks 1 through 10, the Thompson brothers. I think it'd just be great, you know, for us to, you know, just compete. I'll just let you guys defer to them for any questions, but I'm excited.
Well, Josh, before we get going, can you just describe, like, these guys are generic names, but can you have a background? Like, Blue Crew obviously is Creighton, majority Creighton. Do you have any background
Okay.
on some of these teams so
Yeah.
people an idea what?
Well, I definitely know that each team are familiar players from the past, but for the most part, starting with Team Overtime, like I said, Overtime is a social media vlog that follows basketball, and for them to have NBA prospect players on there that are young legs, young talent, I think that's an exciting opportunity to compete. As I look at the Always Us, that's exciting for me. That's exciting for all of us. Coach Dana Altman, you know, obviously used to be our coach here at Creighton. For him to go to Oregon, he's doing wonderful things over there. I think it'd be great to have that nostalgic. It's not even a rivalry. It's just like a great competitive game. There's a long history there. And then if you think about, I'll say, man, I'm just so focused on who we play. You know, it's just hard to talk about anybody else. But Team Arkansas is pretty great. The Gutter Cat Gang is a Puma-sponsored team. The Team Arkansas, they've played in it 4 years in a row. Obviously, us here. Always us is Oregon. The Jackson TN Underdogs is I think it's a collective group of different individuals. I know the least about them. Talk to you about Team Overtime, and the STL guys is just represented St. Louis team sponsored by Jason Tatum himself. And then also the crew is from Valparaiso. So that's just a little bit about it. You can definitely open up any questions to our players, and we can just take it from there.
Just bring, for people who haven't followed it,
Post-Korean career, just finished my 8th year of playing overseas in Europe, predominantly. I was just in Poland this past year, and that's just one of the many countries that I've played in. So that's just the experience that I bring to TBT. And then obviously, having played in TBT last summer, it was such a great experience. It's kind of funny, like you forget when you're like in the hotel rooms and like eating dinner with like some of your best friends. You kind of forget how good that camaraderie really is compared to guys that maybe you meet for the first time overseas and all you have to do is survive 9 or 10 months with them. So that's kind of like what I'm most looking forward to this summer with TBT. Like my brother Austin, him and I, we were just kind of giddy last year having a chance to spend like a couple of weeks together, all focusing on the same goal and playing basketball. So with more guys like Austin and myself added to the roster, guys that I've had experience playing with, and obviously some of the local Omaha guys who maybe have gone and play in other colleges, we should have like a good amount of chemistry there. And as you all know, chemistry goes deep in winning basketball games. If you can build that off the floor, it definitely translates to what you can do on the floor. And to be able to play in front of the Omaha fans, the Crane fans too, man, it's going to be exciting. I'm just very much looking forward to it.
Right.
How about you, Austin?
I've been a bit of a journeyman. Played about 6 years overseas, a couple years in the G League. Had a lot of life experiences, so I had to settle back. Had a foot reconstruction about 2 years ago, so kind of just been taking care of life, taking care of family. The most important things, really, getting back to touch with life. But like Jahan said, I think this chemistry thing, like we had, with past teammates, is going to be great. We added some great guys to the roster this year, so I think we have a lot of confidence there. But really, chemistry is going to be the biggest key. Everybody's coming from a different team. Everybody, has different roles. So just kind of how guys settle in that first week of practice is kind of going to tell all. But I think if we're all clicking on the same page, sky's the limit.
Right. I definitely want to say also too. I didn't say in the beginning. I would want to thank our AD Marcus Blossom and Creighton University just for having their support. They've been an intricate piece of this journey, and it's huge to have your university behind you in any endeavor that you do when it comes to representation. So we appreciate, Marcus and Creighton for its support, and then also just listening to these guys' response. I think our chemistry for our team will be more organic, just for the fact that it's built with obviously our Creighton alum, but even more so our local talent from Omaha within itself. So everyone's very familiar with each other. We do have to iron things out. I believe in everybody here, and it's not about the seed. It's not about who we play. It's just more so about us and our will to win. I feel like if we lose, then we only beat ourselves.
Is there pressure that, when you're hosting and, you come out here, because a lot of, you've seen this before, everybody kind of looks to the host school as kind of like the favorite coming in. Is there pressure there?
The only pressure that will be there is the pressure we put on ourselves. I think we're all just going to be so happy to be in front of our home crowd. I'm anticipating that the first game is going to be, we're going to work out some kinks a little bit, obviously. But once that ball gets tossed in the air, man, it's kind of like, riding a bike again. You just have to pick it up and roll with it. So I think we'll be fine from that standpoint. We experienced it last year in a tough environment at Wichita. We fell short of our goal, unfortunately, but the goal is to win $1 million, and we have to go through 5 or 6 different teams to get there. That's just really what it is. So with that being the main mindset and understanding, the close margins of victory and how that comes about, I think we're just going to be more prepared this year
for sure.
to advance to, that final stage. And, that's what the goal is, and that's what we got to march towards.
Maybe walk through for those, Omaha fans who aren't really familiar with what TBT is, what they should expect, different style of game, what should they look for if they come down to Sokol?
Well, for those who haven't been a part of the TBT experience, you should expect high intense basketball games. The Elam ending is what makes every game very exciting. Every game ends on a made basket. So the way that dynamic works. I believe in is it the second half, fourth quarter, or
At the end of the fourth quarter, with 4 minutes left, essentially the clock gets shut off. The team who's leading in points, there's now a new target score. So I believe last year it was +8.
+8.
So let's just say that a team has 70 going into is leading with 70 points going into the last 4 minutes. You shut the clock off. The target score is now 78. So you have to get there. Even the losing team still has a chance if they play good defense.
Right.
But you have to win on a made basket, whether it be a free throw, a 2-pointer, or a 3-pointer. You have to win on a made basket, which
Right.
means there's going to be a game-winning shot for every single game.
Amazing.
So that's what makes it exciting.
right. Even the NBA had adopted that method for their All-Star game. So it's very exciting. Also, aside from our team, I'm not one to downplay anybody else. If you actually take a look at the other teams, you have a lot of different talent that people will see on TV. They will read about and things. You'll get an actual live experience and chance to just see the different talent that's out there playing professionally, and potentially with the team overtime, a future playing professionally. So it's just a great experience. I believe that it's excellent for Omaha because we rally behind events. We support our own, and I think TBT is here to stay as long as we do our part and the fans still want it here.
Austin,
It's great, Todd.
$1 million playing for $1 million.
Right.
What gives you guys confidence that you guys could be the team that survives and makes it all the way through? What leads you to believe that you guys have the makeup to make that big run?
To their last point, really, there's a lot of high-level guys in this game, or in this TBT. And to our team, we have a lot of high-level guys on our team with a lot of experience who have been crafting their craft, over their professional career. So that's where the confidence stems from. It's been a lot of work put into it that's not really seen, So I think everybody has supreme confidence in that regard. Like I said, it really comes down to chemistry and how we all mesh together.
What about you, Jahan? What makes you confident that you guys, especially knowing what you guys went through last year, kind of the formula, what it takes to get there now that you get a chance to retool and remake the roster? What makes this roster good enough to win?
I think we just have the right balance of players, honestly. I think a position that we were really lacking in last year was, a big body underneath that could help protect the paint and also get us some easy baskets. I think we have definitely improved in that area. And then, last year what really got us down the stretch is as the moments got tight, I think everyone wanted to be, that guy to make that final basket and make that final play, and we just kind of ran into each other. So that experience, understanding, when the going gets tough, we still have to let cool heads prevail in that situation. I think with a better understanding of what the Elam ending looks like and, what we need to do to, at least get a good look at the basket down the stretch, we have a much better understanding of that, and that's going to be obviously applied this time around. And I think, just much like everything else, when you have experience going into something, it just kind of helps it be better the next time around. Like I think about my college career, like as a freshman, wasn't, the smartest guy, wasn't like a good ball handler, all that stuff. Over time, by my senior year, having a great understanding of our offense and things of that nature, like I was able to put myself and put my teammates in better situations to be successful. So that kind of applies to this here. We were unsuccessful last year. We now understand what our mistakes were, and we have to learn from that and apply that this time around.
Right. And to talk about just our team, starting with myself as one of the coaches. Also, we have Coach James Ice Benford. He is the head women's assistant coach at Bellevue University. Definitely has a deep history in just coaching basketball, and was with us last year. Also, we have Doug McDermott, who will be another one of our assistant coaches. And then also Michael Vandervoort, who is our director of player operations. He's a big, intricate piece on just helping us develop this opportunity. And then down to the players, we have obviously Austin Chapman and Jahan's Menagai, Local talent, Deverell Biggs, went to Omaha Central with myself, finished at Texas Southern. Creighton alum, Marcus Foster, also Colorado State graduate in Omaha, hometown guy, Greg Smith, returning to our roster. Admin Gilder, who played at both Texas A&M and Gonzaga. I believe he finished his career at Texas A&M, but it was cut. Maybe Gonzaga. Yeah, it was cut short due to the COVID year. Ronnie Harrell, who, regardless of transferring, is a Blue Jay. Wayne Reynolds, who was one of my teammates when I played, definitely playing professional basketball right now, very active. Trayshawn Thurman, finished at Nevada, had a great NCAA tournament run, but is a Omaha Central product, such as myself, local individual. Manny Suarez, who was here playing at Creighton. And Justin Patton, who was a high lottery draft pick from the NBA. And those are our core guys. The tournament is still coming up here soon, so we may add a piece or not. But other than that, that's the core of our roster. The guys, the reason why the guys that were chose for our roster, especially these guys to my left and my right, is just because of what's inside of them. You can't teach heart, you can't teach passion, and you can't teach character. And everyone on our roster, I feel like, will gel great together. And sacrifice is the biggest key. Everyone's capable of doing everything, but everyone's going to just add their piece, to the ingredients to have $1 million pedigree. And so we're going to take the intricate pieces from everyone else and collectively win ball games. I know if you look around the roster, or the other teams, you expect high flyers, 3-point shooters, and all these other things. We can do the exact same thing, but we're playing the Omaha Blue Crew way. So we hope that our fans definitely come out and support. Again, we appreciate our sponsors that put us in this opportunity to have the support, along with Creighton again. And again, special thanks to Omaha Sports Commission for hosting our organization. But we can't wait. Our training camp, we have a mini training camp coming up July 10th, and that'll go from July 10th through the 15th. And we are also planning on having a kickoff event where we welcome the fans in to meet and greet with the players, and also have the first round of the $33,333.33 3-point shootout, and then we'll have a dunk contest that'll just be the same, but just $3,333 is our goal. But we just want to have something great for the city of Omaha. I definitely always say the state of Nebraska, because I feel like just my heart and the reach goes to our entire state. These guys are definitely excited, and we just appreciate TBT for giving us another chance.
How did you get Doug McDermott did he contact you, or did you contact him, or how did?
Oh, it's easy, man. He's one of us.
Yeah.
He's a brother. The thing with Doug is just a matter of time. He said if he had the time to do it, he would definitely commit. He watched us last year. He was the sole reason for us even having an opportunity to play last year. So this year, I always say this in life, that you got 3 things that you can offer, and that's time, talent, and treasure. And so Doug definitely donated his treasure. He definitely got the talent for it, but now he can make the time. So he'll be a part. It's very easy. It's just a phone call away.
How can fans get access to tickets for that?
You can definitely go to the arena box office, at the DJ Sokol Arena. Or go to Ticketmaster.com. Single session tickets are on sale starting today, and you can definitely go watch any specific game that you want to watch. But the TBT overall is an awesome experience. We recommend you get an all-session pass and watch all of the teams play outside of just supporting our organization. But those are the only 2 ways you can definitely get them.
4 games one day, 2 the next, 1 the next? Is that format?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So obviously, the first day you have 4 games, 3 games, 2 games, move on to Wichita. And we need to run that game back. That rivalry is still in our blood. We want to get back to playing in Wichita again for sure. So we just got to take care of business here in Omaha, one game at a time, and Wichita will just be a stepping stone. But we're still going after $1 million.
Any further questions? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I still know how.